Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll study about molecular mass as well as formula mass. Okay, first we'll start with molecular mass. What do you mean by molecular mass? It is nothing but the mass of the molecule, and we know that molecule is made up of two or more different atoms. Okay. Here, how we calculate the molecular mass means what is the molecular mass? It is the sum of the atomic masses present in the molecule. Means molecule is made up of different atoms. So molecular mass is calculated as it is sum of the atomic masses present in the molecule. For example, you take the molecules like H2O, CH4, NH3, etc. These are the molecules. Okay, here H2O is the molecule which is made up of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, and the methane is made up of carbon as well as hydrogen, and ammonia is made up of one nitrogen and three hydrogens. Here molecular mass of the water or H2O molecule is the sum of the atomic masses of hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, and the molecular mass of methane is sum of the atomic masses of carbon as well as hydrogen, and the ammonia is also same, it is also the sum of atomic masses of nitrogen as well as hydrogen. So here it is the sum of the atomic masses present in the molecule. These are the molecules. Okay, and how we obtain the molecular mass exactly? That is multiplying the atomic mass of each element by the number of its atoms and adding them together. Means here, as we saw here, water molecule that is made up of, means this is the molecular formula of water. Here one molecule of water is made up of two hydrogens. Okay, hydrogens and one oxygen. Two hydrogen atoms plus one oxygen atom combined to form the one water molecule. Here what we do according to this statement here, multiplying the atomic mass of each element by the number of its atoms. If we have only hydrogen and oxygen, means only one hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom, then it is simply the addition of atomic mass of hydrogen as well as atomic mass of oxygen. But what we have two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So here hydrogen atom's atomic mass is multiplied by 2, means it is multiplied with its number, means it has two hydrogen atoms. So atomic mass of hydrogen is multiplied by 2, and which is added to the atomic mass of oxygen. Okay, we'll calculate this. We know that atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So, and the number of atoms of hydrogen are in the water molecule, those are 2. So, 2 into, here I will write the general formula like how we calculate. Number of atoms into atomic mass. Okay, here number of atoms of hydrogens are 2 and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, which is added to the oxygen. Okay, this is of 1 atoms, 1 elements. Okay, next this is added to the other element. Okay, here this is about hydrogen. Now let us see oxygen. What is the number of atoms of oxygen in H2O molecule? That is 1. So it is 1 oxygen plus what is the atomic mass of oxygen? That is 16. So what is the molecular mass of H2O molecule now? 2 plus 16, that is 18. 18 is the atomic mass of H2O molecule. Now let us see some other molecules. Now we will calculate the molecular mass of methane, that is CH4. Here it contains one carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay. Now number of carbon atoms. Number of carbon atoms into its atomic number which is of the carbons, okay, plus number of hydrogen atoms into atomic number of hydrogen. Okay, now number of carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms are there in one CH4 molecule? That is 1. 1 carbon into atomic mass. Sorry, this is atomic mass. What is the atomic mass of carbon? That is 12.011. Okay, this is of carbons. And number of hydrogen atoms. Here we have 4 hydrogen atoms. So it is 4 into atomic mass of hydrogen, that is 1. So this is 12.011 U plus 4 into 1, that is 4 only. So we'll get 16.011 U, that is the molecular mass of this CH4 molecule. Okay, I hope you got the idea of how to calculate molecular mass. Means here we are adding the atomic masses of different atoms present in that molecule, and those atomic molecules are multiplied, atomic numbers are multiplied into the number of their atoms. Okay, this is how we calculate the molecular mass of different molecules. Okay, now we'll see the formula mass. Now we'll see what is formula mass. You may ask me the question like, we have discussed about the atomic mass also, and we know molecular mass also. Okay, now we have got to know that how to calculate the molecular mass. But then why we need this formula mass? What is the importance of this formula mass? Because we know that molecules are the main building blocks of any of the compounds. So once we get to know how to calculate the molecular mass, it is enough. But why we have this formula mass again? What is the difference of formula mass and molecular mass? We'll see that. Okay, formula mass. What do you mean by formula mass? We have many of the ionic compounds, right? We have covalent compounds also, ionic compounds also. In ionic compounds, the atoms are present in the form of their ions. For example, you can take NaCl, that is normal salt. In normal salt, we have Na plus as well as Cl minus. So there will not see the molecules like that is no doubt that NaCl is made up of Na plus and Cl minus ions, but their molecules will not form in discrete form. Like in water we have H2O molecules, that H2O is discrete, but here those NaCl atoms will not be present in the discrete constituents in that compound. In NaCl, each Na plus ion is surrounded by 6 Cl minus ions, and each Cl is surrounded by 6 Na plus ions. So there we don't get exact number of ions. Okay, so that's why it is the sum of the atomic masses of ions present in the formula unit of the compound. Here it mainly focuses on the formula of that particular compound. Here in NaCl, formula is NaCl only. So formula mass of NaCl is sum of the atomic masses of ions. What are the ions in this? Na plus and Cl minus. These are the ions. It is nothing but the sum of the atomic masses of these ions. Okay, here what is the atomic mass of Na plus, that is sodium? That is 23.0 U. U is the unit, okay. And what is the atomic mass of chlorine? That is 35.5 U. So what we get? That is 58.5 U. This is the formula mass of NaCl compound, okay. For this we don't call it as molecular mass, we call it as formula mass, because we have derived it on the basis of the formula of that compound, okay. This is not the molecular mass. Now we'll see what is the difference between molecular mass and formula mass. There also we have calculated it from sum of the atomic masses only. Here it is also the sum of the atomic masses of the atoms only. Here we'll see the differences. First one is molecular mass. Molecular mass is nothing but the sum of the atomic masses of the atoms present in that molecule, and this is formula mass is sum of the atomic masses of ions present in the formula unit of that compound, okay. That is the first point. And the next point is molecular mass. Molecular mass is directly linked with the molecular formula. But this formula mass is linked with empirical formula, okay. We'll see that. Here molecular mass, for example, you can take glucose, that is C6H12O6, okay. This is the molecular formula of glucose. Here glucose is made up of carbon, hydrogen as well as oxygen, okay. But formula mass, which is based on the empirical formula. Empirical formula is the one which only tells about the ratios of the atoms, but molecular mass or the molecular formula tells about the amount or the number of atoms of that atom present in the molecule. Means if you see in glucose molecule, the molecular formula is C6H12O6. It tells in one molecule of the glucose it has 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms and 6 oxygen atoms. Like this in detail it tells about the molecule, that is about the molecular formula, and with the help of that molecular formula that we can easily calculate the molecular mass of this glucose. It can be easily calculated as 6 into atomic mass of carbon, that is 12.011 plus 12 into 12, these are the number of hydrogens, that into 1 plus 6 into 16. Like this, sum of all these will give the molecular mass. Like this we can calculate the molecular mass by molecular formula. This is the molecular formula. But like that we cannot calculate the formula mass. It is based on the empirical formula, as I told. Empirical formula is the one which only tells about the ratios. Like if you take NaCl, okay, ratio of the Na and Cl minus ions, Na plus and Cl minus ions, those are in the ratio 1:1. 1 NaCl, 1 Na is surrounded by 6 Cl minus and 1 Cl minus is surrounded by 6 Na plus, like that. So the ratio will be 1:1. With the help of this ratio we'll calculate the formula mass here. So it do not tells exactly the number of atoms of these ions, whether these are 4Cl, 8Cl or 12Cl. It will not give the direct number of the atoms present in that compound, but with the help of molecular formula we'll get the exact number of those elements present in that molecule. Okay, this is the main difference between molecular mass and formula mass. And here also we can calculate the empirical formula of this glucose. Here the CH2O, this is the empirical formula. This is the empirical formula of glucose. Those are present in 1:2:1 ratio. Okay, this is the NaCl, the empirical formula of NaCl. Those are present in 1:1 ratio. Okay, you got the idea. What is the difference between molecular mass and formula mass? It is calculated directly with the help of molecular formula, and it is calculated directly on the basis of formula, which is the formula of that crystal. Not only NaCl, you have MgCl2, CaCl2. These all are the, here the ratio comes out to be 1:2. Here also it is 1:2. So with this the formulas will calculate the formula mass. Okay, this is how we calculate the molecular mass as well as formula mass. I hope you got the idea about both molecular mass as well as formula mass. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, have a good day. Bye.